Welcome back!
Welcome back!
Ammertime Podcast, episode 5.3. So right now we're going to talk about Lasse's list to Aroscon. And I've had a few games with Ulrik and Rasmus recently. So I'm going to tell you what's in their list. If you you're going to Aroscon, you have one up on them and you smash their face in. But Lasse, maybe you want to take us through your list real quick?
Yeah, I will. I don't have the list in front of me, so...
Do your best. I played against it twice with my vampires.
I can remember it, but some of the names of the items, I will explain what the item does instead. Okay, first of all, in rare, I have two Cygors.
Double Cygo.
Double Cygor. They shoot as a stone thrower, they are allowed to move and shoot, and they have divine attacks. So the opponent has to reroll successful ward saves. So it's a counter, it's a hard counter to like...
Black Coach,
Altars, Alder in the Dark Elf list,
all those kind of... Anything with a ward save and multiple wounds. Manticores with ward saves, Griffins with ward saves.
Yeah. Single model with ward saves running around.
All those units with combined profiles and 4 ward save actually. Yeah. So suddenly you have a defensive Beastmen or Beast Herd army.
What I found really hard with my vampires is I had nothing to kill the Cygors when I played. Like, we played 2 games and I actually really badly beat you the first game. Yeah. But that's because you underestimated the Barrow Guard.
I did.
Then second game you knew exactly what was going on and I had no chance.
Yeah. And they have a 5+ ward save and 3 in magic
That's
resistance.
what I was getting at. Like,
so 2+ ward save against magic missiles.
The only thing I could get you with is magic missile and super. There's about 3 times in the game I was like, I'm gonna cast fireball on the Cygor, and you were like, just remember it's got a magic resistance. I was like, oh yeah, fuck.
But when I read on the 9H forum, all Beast Herd players prefer the Gorgons because they have multiple wounds, they can heal, they have lethal strike, they have reroll to hit. They are fast, they have impact hits, but still, in my opinion, the Cygors just give your list so much.
Yeah, I actually had to walk across the table towards you. Like, you were playing defensive because you were just throwing rocks at my expensive units and casting magic on me, and I had to walk across the table and find you. And it was really good. So what else have you got on your list, Lasse? What's your characters?
Yeah, my characters are, first of all, I have a Beast Lord, who is the general. He's standing in a unit of 47 Gors.
47
Gors, and they have the standard of discipline, so my army get leadership 10.
And what does the Beast Lord have? What's his equipment?
3 extra attacks, regen, and potion of speed.
Okay.
So he can strike before elves with 7 strength, 5 attacks.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so, and Gors, they are called Wildhorns. They have additional hand weapons. So it's a unit with a lot of low strength attacks. They are there to grind up stuff like slaves and skeletons.
They grinded my zombies pretty sufficiently.
Yeah. And then I have 2 level 2 shadow mages.
You played with me. You used nature. Why the change?
Now I've changed because I really like the spell Miasma. And I like the number 6 spell.
Everyone likes Mind Razor.
Yeah, Mind Razor is very good when you have close to 50 Gors.
Yeah.
So you have 40 attacks, reroll to hit, weapon skills 4, initiative 4.
Hit wounding automatically with armor piercing.
Yeah. So that's the idea, and the idea is with a Miasma I can lower ballistic skill when playing against Empire and Elves.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
so the cannons and stuff that are shooting your monsters and the Doom Ball. You have a Doom Ball, right?
I have a lot of extremely expensive characters that walk around alone, and it also synergizes with the
Shadow
Law. Yeah, the Law attribute where you can move a character within 12 inches. You can move the character 10 inches.
So you have a Doom Ball, right?
I have a big ass crazy fucking psycho Doom Ball.
Did I kill him? Did I kill him one time? Or did he just run away?
No, you never killed him.
No, not the first game.
He has the helmet called? there's this helmet where you get one more armor save and you have to reroll successfully.
Oh yeah, the helmet. Bluffers
helmet, yeah. And then he has a 4+ ward save and a divine icon. And from start, the Doombull or the Minotaur Warlord has reroll to hit.
Yeah.
So and
From
he has
6.
a beast axe.
From 7.
So he's strength 7, 2+ armor save, 4+ ward save, and you have to reroll to wound against him.
So he's pretty tough as nails.
Yeah. So he runs around alone, and if the guy has some kind of metal magic, he just joins a unit, and you can only put on the first hit on him, and you have to distribute the rest of the hits.
And you still have a 4+ ward save.
Yeah.
And then you have a BSB on a chariot, right?
Yeah, I have
this
a
is
BSB.
the famous beer can banner BSB.
Yeah, exactly. And also, before I move on, I want to tell you about my new Minotaur Warlord model.
Okay. This is what you've been doing in the hobby, actually.
Yeah. You guys should go to my blog on Facebook, Magnetiske Movement Trays or Magnetic Movement Trays. There will be a link where I also sell my magnetic movement trays. But there you can see pictures of my crazy Minotaur Warlord. I bought the fucking Bloodthirster. Remove the wings, remove the armor. He has hooves, he has big muscles, he has everything.
And he's got a big face now as well. Use the Cygor, the Gorgon.
That's a kind of a secret.
Okay.
I think you guys should
I haven't actually seen it yet.
Yeah,
we just talked about it.
Right now you can only see the back of him.
It's going to be exciting. You're going to reveal the face.
Maybe he will have a big ring in his nose.
Can Minotaurs have beards?
They can.
You could do a hipster Minotaur.
Mustache. Yeah. So
you get the Vermin King. Is it the Vermin King with the big moustache?
Yeah.
He's got like a big moustache, right? He has a moustache, exactly.
Yeah. So go to my page and take a look and give the page a like. Thank you. And
shameless plug.
Then let's move on to my BSB and in a chariot. Like Beastmen have this chariot. It's only 70 points. It's toughness 4 only and 4 wounds. But if you take a Beastman hero, a Shiftain, he has toughness 5 and only 2 wounds. So now you have a model with toughness 5.
Is that how it works?
Wounds. And then if you give him the flayed hide and armor that gives him +1 toughness and 4 regen, then you suddenly have a chariot with a hero in that has toughness 6, 4 wounds, 4+ regen, 2+ armor set.
Oh, it's so filthy! Oh my god!
With the beast axe, and it's just too good to be true.
Absolute filth. So it actually works that you take the highest toughness of the model?
I think so.
Not just the toughness
of the... I don't know
of
if I'm wrong on that, because then I need to
reassess.
My,
but I think even the toughness 5 is...
Yeah, but toughness 6 is the nice thing.
Yeah, it's pretty smashy. And what's its loadout? It does 4 attacks?
Yeah, he's only 3 attacks.
3 attacks, strength 6?
5 only.
5, okay.
So he can't really give that much of damage, but he can charge stuff, make the impact hits, and he doesn't take any damage back.
Yeah.
And he has a totem as well, so he can boost all units within 18 inches. And yeah, he's just great. And he can join a unit as well. I read the rules, and the chariot can join a unit.
Yeah.
So if you join Gauss, he makes the unit 8 models bigger. Of course, they can't march, but still.
Yeah.
So if the guy has a metal magic and he wants to wound me on 2+ and remove my regen, I just join a unit and he can only do a single hit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you have your Doom Ball, you have your Beast Lord General, you have your 2 level 2s, and you have a guy on a chariot for your BSB.
Yeah.
So lots of points and characters.
Yeah, I spent all my points.
And what else do you have in your army if you got 2 Gorgons as well? Those 2 Cygors.
Yeah. Then I have 30 Ungors.
Yeah.
With full command, so they are scoring, and they have hand weapon and shield, and also the big unit of Gors are scoring.
The big unit of 47 Gors.
Yeah, and then I have then my level 2 mage, one has the scroll, and the other one has this magical forest you can bring.
Magic forest.
And you going to deploy the forest after all armies
It's
are deployed.
so stupid. Come on. How is that possibly fair?
Yeah.
Like, come on. I mean, is it within 12 inches of the character?
Yeah, the center has to be within 12 inches of the character.
Yeah, so it can actually be like right in the middle of the board if you want.
So all my important units, characters and stuff, they just move straight through the forest because
the forest walker,
my army are forest strider.
So broken.
And my mages, when they do hex and augment spells, and totems also, I get +1 to cast if I'm in the forest. So it's a very good item.
So because your army is really defensive with, like we said, with the Cygors and stuff, and the chariots can kind of sit and wait. You can pretty much push your army up into the forest and be like, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
I got like +1 to cast. I got 2 stone throwers hitting you. And it's hard to kill the stone throwers as well. They got toughness 5, toughness 6.
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5, 2+ ward save against magic, 5 wounds.
Yeah.
It's durable shit. So, and what else? What you got any special?
Then what synergizes very well with the forest are the hedge fiends. The new spawns. They pop up in the start of any of my turns in a forest. So now I suddenly have a forest on the center of the on the board. And if the guys move towards me, I can just pop up a spawn right in front of the
random movement. So you can charge in all different directions.
You can't move when it pops up.
Yeah.
But you can still pop it up and use it as a redirector or something like that. I have 2 of them. And then I have 2 razor gores. I cannot remember the name.
Pumbas.
Yeah, Pumbas. Yeah. And I have 2 units of 5 raiders.
Yeah, ambushers.
Yeah. They will ambush, and when I'm playing the scenarios, we play with the scenarios from the book. Where when we play that scenario where you have to take a scoring unit to the opponent's deployment zone, I ambush the
big unit
of Ungors.
Yeah. That was actually something we found in the Jutland and Dolls. I had this ambushing sea guard, and most games we ambushed them because of the objectives. Like I could ambush them in and just pick up a really high scoring objective because it was all like objective based, and we got loads of gold. And the scoring units with ambush are so strong. Yeah. Just come in, take an objective, 500 victory points. Let's go.
Yeah, especially when you come in from the back, it's very very rare that somebody will just turn around something big enough to destroy that decently sized scoring unit you move into.
Especially if it's 20 models or something.
Yeah. So you'll face off some skirmishers or perhaps some war machines or small units, but 20 guys in the back, and nobody's going to turn around.
20 spears in the rear. It's gonna hurt.
What is also very important to mention to other Beastman players is that it's a rule that a lot of Beastman players forget. The shamans in a Beastman list have this rule: if you are out of the range of the BSB, you are allowed to take a wound on your shaman and then reroll a failed panic test.
Panic test?
Yeah. So if the guy has a lot of shooting and you're afraid of ambushing because of panic, you can also ambush with one of the level 2 mages. So if he shoots at you, and you fail the panic test, you're allowed to reroll it.
That's quite a nice rule.
Yeah.
It's quite cool as well. Fluffy, like the fluff.
Yeah. It's also good if you join raiders, skirmish and stuff like that, and you move out of the range from the BSB.
Yeah. So how many games have you had with your list? I know you've just changed it to the Shadow Magic.
Yeah. But before I used nature to heal the Doombull and the Chariot and the Cygors. But I thought Shadow was better. I also like Wilderness, so I'm kind of hoping to get in a lot of games during next week. To
could you take one of each?
Also use a mix, yeah.
One Shadow, one Nature, or one Wilderness, something like that.
Yeah. But I really like the long range of the miasma.
Yeah, it's
and
really strong.
It's a very multi-situational.
Yeah, you can use it you can always use it.
Yeah.
Take away weapon skill in the combat, take away ballistic skill shooting, take away movement from a unit.
Especially when you have monsters and chariots and you just take away the ballistic skill of cannons and stuff like that. It's really strong. Yeah,
my biggest threat is spearbags units, big spearback units, big unit of Empire handgunners and crossbowmen, and cannons.
Jet spears.
Thessalians as well. So the option to reduce their ballistic skill and just face raping in combat is
face rape in combat. Face rape up close and personal.
So that was my list.
Yeah. Do you have any comments that you think you're gonna like? What you're expecting to see in the meta? Like, I know in Denmark it's kind of a different meta, I think, to what we see online and stuff.
An issue is that at Aroscon they use the queuing version of the rules.
The version 11, right?
Yeah, so I think that maybe some players will take advantage and spam an Empire army with those crazy handgunners and crossbowmen and.
Because the changes are coming soon, but they're not. They're not taking into account the changes for the tournament, are they? Yeah, so everyone can see what's broken. And see what they're fixing.
So I don't hope people will bring whatever they know are broken.
Yeah.
But we will see, and I think I have a quite good list against those broken lists.
Yeah, I do as well.
So.
So I played against Rasmus and I played against Ulrik 2 weeks ago, maybe now. So quickly, just to try and blow the whistle on those guys, what they're taking. I played against Ulrik. He had an Iron Orc war boss which can smash face, a big unit of Savage Orcs, a unit of Goblins with, I think he had like a guy in a squig, like a big squig that walks around. It's like a goblin on a squig, like a hero. There's some stone throwers. He had a big spider and then a big spider with a wizard, like level 4. So he's got lots of monsters, lots of high toughness stuff, lots of combat stuff. Not so much shooting, but the war machines do the job, and the magic was really good. I think he's using shadow as well, so he can like zip the spiders around and stuff. And what else was he doing? I think he had maybe a level 2 with a foot, something like that as well. I thought the list was okay. The orcs are really strong.
Strength 5 core units with spears.
And they have
that's just stupid.
The warg thing. Yeah. That they get swift stride and devastating charge or something for 1 turn. Yeah, it's crazy good. Yeah. And the spiders, they're like toughness 8 or toughness 6. It was toughness 6 with 8 wounds. Like I can't even kill it with anything. Like I think I killed the wizard with the vampire knights. I think they charged in with strength 6 and against the toughness strength 7 with the toughness 6. But the other one just like rampaged over my whole army because I couldn't do anything. And we actually played Ulrik in the doubles tournament as well. The last game, the show off, the face off to see who would win the tournament. And the spiders wrecked our face.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're so good. And I played Rasmus as well. He had a Dark Elf army, had a sorcerer on a dragon. I think this is something we should talk about. Because the new rules with combined profiles, it makes wizards on monsters really good.
True.
Like a wizard on a dragon, it's like toughness 6, can fly around, 6 wounds, 3+ armor save. You can give it you don't really need to give it magic items, so you can take any arcane item you like. Like you had the Grey Seer on the bell today, and Ulrik's you playing with the level 4 and a spider. I think it's really, really strong. Like the wizards on a big monster.
But then again, you have this monster that just you're paying 200 to 250 points for a monster that's only granting your wizards some additional stats.
But still, it can fight and
it can still fight.
But
so
you don't really run a dragon with a wizard into close combat with
a good story with which when I played my black coach, it charged into the side of some corsairs that were fighting my zombies and killed them all, and then turned and faced the dragon, and then it was the dragon's turn, and the dragon charged in the front, and the spearman charged in the side of the chariot. But the chariot had already, like the black coach had done a few wounds already, so it was like getting pumped. And it got the grind attacks, and every turn I would just grind the spearman. And I wouldn't do any attacks on the dragon, just grind the spearman, kill a few with a wraith, and eventually it got to ethereal, so he just couldn't take any damage, and every turn I would just be like, vampiric, heal the wound, 4+, heal the wound, and the dragon was there like, Argh! It's like toughness 6 with a 4+ ward save, just like, whatever. And then vampiric, and the spearman couldn't do shit. Oh, it was so funny, but Yeah, he has a sorcerer and a dragon. He had the most broken thing in the world. I'm gonna have a rant now. I said the same on the forum. It's the altar with the BSB, or I think you said LeBrant's taking an altar with a Dreadlord.
Yeah.
Yeah. The altar is so broken. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like a chariot with toughness 6. It's got 5 wounds, which is more than the Black Coach, just saying. Also got a 4+ ward save. Like, that's good for a mount. Like, you're playing with a toughness 6 BSB as well. With the 4+ ward save, or regen. And then it's got all the Witch Elf attacks, which are like poison. It's got all the guy on top itself's got poison. I think he was playing it with like some kind of axe. It does multiple wounds. It's got glittering cuirass, so it's distraction. I mean, it's like 400-point model, but it does all this. It's movement 8, swift stride, so it's gonna charge you. Like, you can't do anything about it, and it gives a blessing, automatic. It's not even like a spell. It's just like, okay, your unit of 30 executioners now has +1 attack, or your unit of 30 crossbowmen now has extra armor piercing, or okay, now your unit of 30 witch elves with all this shit has a 5+ ward save. You don't even have to cast it; it just gets it.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest problem with the model, is that you just also gain this bonus.
Yeah.
When everybody else has to cast them with bounce spells, power level 3. So I think they should.
I think if they made it a bounce spell, they reduced the movement to 5 to fit in with the army. I mean, it's like
then it should be able to march.
Yeah, the reason behind it is that it's a chariot, but like the movement is like the will of the gods. It's like the will of the gods moving at 8 inches. Come on, who are you kidding? And swift stride as well. It's too much. And toughness 5 with a 4+ ward save. I think I had a 2+ armor save as well, from the heavy armor and the mounted and the shield and all this stuff as well. It's so hard to kill. I couldn't kill it. It charged into my barrow guard with my characters in, and I challenged it out the first turn because I could charge it in the flank with the zombies in the second turn and try and bust it on combat res, which I did. And it was down to leadership 6 break test with a reroll, and he passed it. And then I lost the game. But yeah, what else did he have? He had some Cold War Knights, some Shades, big unit of Spearmen, Medusa.
He removed the heavy cavalry and added an assassin. I know.
Yeah, he had an assassin.
Yeah.
What else did he have? Maybe that was it. I can't remember what else I had to kill. Oh, he had some Corsairs. The Corsairs are really good. They're like
Shades and stuff.
Yeah, 4+ armor save, and they can get hatred or armor piercing with the cult things. The Dark Elf, what's it called? The Dark Elf sneak peek came out today, and I thought something I really liked was that they changed the murderous prowess rule. So now if you choose a cult, so if you choose hatred, or if you choose, I think it's +1 movement and swift stride, that you don't get the murderous prowess anymore.
Okay.
So you can either reroll your hits or reroll your wounds. And I think I'd rather reroll my wounds with strength 3. But I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
so
depending on what you're fighting.
Yeah, I think if you guys are going to Aroscon, or if you're just interested in what's going on in Denmark, you're going to see big monsters with good ward saves, toughness, high toughness. Like, I've seen a few lists with manticores.
Not monsters, then it's combined profiles.
Yeah, well, like wizards are monsters, and the chariots with high toughness and ward saves.
What do you guys think? Is it why is this monster comp suddenly hit Denmark? Is it because the cannons got nerfed, or is it because the combined profile stuff?
Combined profile stuff. I think we didn't have that many cannons in Denmark before.
Yeah.
There wasn't that many before. Like, I don't think I've actually, apart from dwarves, I haven't played anyone with a cannon.
Skavens, of course.
The Empire
Skaven
also
cannons.
has great cannons.
But there's not that many Empire players in Denmark. No?
No.
I think I always made High Elves or Empire.
Yeah, high elves are pretty
tournaments.
common.
But I think the meta is the same in that regard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
So
more,
of
there's more
course
monsters
you
before.
have Manticore and the ability to, now in 9H you have the Manticores become better. Now you have the ability to actually mount on a chariot.
Yeah.
You
don't get
didn't have
killed,
that
yeah.
before. So that's why.
Yeah, people are maybe just trying it because they haven't done it before.
Mm.
I really like it though.
It's good.
It's really
You
good.
get a lot of mobility, and you have a long range, and the fact that you can charge stuff, and they can't get combat resolution on you, except of the static.
Yeah.
Or in my opinion, in the 9H and Warhammer 8th edition, the ability to have a high armor save is worth so many points. Because if you can just score a little combat res on your opponent and they can't score nothing on you, you're in a very good situation.
Yeah,
That's
for
why
sure.
characters are so good.
Yeah.
You can challenge with them, you can avoid your unit getting any, or your opponent to get any combat res. So for example, in my Beastman army with the Doom Bull, he's very hard to get just a single
you can't do
wound
one wound on
and
him.
the chariot. So if the guy moves up with, for example, 40 or 50 halberdiers,
Yeah. That's 3 ranks on a banner.
I will just
You gotta do
charge
4.
them.
You only
Yeah.
gotta do 4 wounds to draw combat.
They can't do shit. They can't wound me. They can't do anything.
And you get your stomps as well, and your
Yeah.
impact hits and all that stuff.
So in that way, that's I just have to do something against all the cannons. But the cannons are not that good anymore.
Yeah, and you have your Ungor raiders that can ambush.
Yeah.
You thought about taking Harpies, or is it Furies?
No, now they are called Ravagers, and they are more expensive. And they have reroll to hit or Primal Fury. But you're always far away from the BSB, so you have to pass the leadership test on leadership 7 to get the Primal Fury. And they die to magic missiles, they die to lightning attacks, they just...
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, that's what we're expecting to see at Aroscon. Aroscon is the second biggest tournament in Denmark, you guys were saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So it's going to be a big one, I guess, for the 9th Age as well. I think after you guys have gone, we'll have another interview and hopefully catch up with you and see how well you do. Hopefully you do well.
Yeah.
Fly the Ammertime flag once again. We're expecting big things.
I have been practicing for a long time with this arm list, so...
Yeah, well, we get 1, 2, 3 last time, so expecting 1, 2, 3 again, guys. So no pressure at all.